everyone, I am Ricky and welcome to today's edition of the Mouse Bites. Now, the Mouse Bites are your latest Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and Universal Orlando news. And this feels like deja vu because I just filmed the Mouse Bites and then Disney announced a whole bunch of stuff last night. So we have to do this again. So welcome to the Mouse Bites. For me, the second time. For you guys, the first though. Today we have exciting news, lots of it. All about Walt Disney World. And first things first, we are starting off with news about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, this new attraction for Disney's Hollywood Studios officially has an opening date, and that date, March 4th, 2020. It is coming way sooner than we thought. Now, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is going to be located inside the Chinese Theater. It will be the first ride-through attraction to feature Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and the fun begins with the premiere of a new cartoon short where the duo are getting ready for a picnic. As they head out, they drive alongside a train and find out that the engineer is, well, Goofy. In a magical moment, you'll step inside the movie and onto Goofy's train for a wacky, wild ride that you won't forget. Now, this story is going to draw guests inside a cartoon world, kind of like the ones that you see on the Disney Channel. And it will be a fun-filled adventure where anything can happen. It is a family-friendly attraction, and it is going to be presented in sort of a 2.5D experience. So exciting news about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. All right, staying with that kind of vein, the new Mickey Shorts Theater is also going to debut this March. Now, this theater does not have an official date. I would assume it would probably be around the same time as Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And the interior is updated. This is the former location of the Path of the Jedi, or Sounds Dangerous, for those of you who have been around in the Disney community for a while. And the new theater will evoke the same wacky style that can be found on the Disney Channel cartoon series. Now, when guests step inside, they will be able to see an original short created in the same style as those cartoons called Vacation Fun. Plus, they will have the chance to take their photos with special photo locations. Now, are you a Star Wars fan? Of course, this week is all about Star Wars with the Rise of the Resistance opening, but there's going to be a new thing opening at Walt Disney World that's Star Wars related, and that is the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Now, this is that Star Wars hotel you've heard so much about. Now, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser will officially open in 2021. Now, it won't be a traditional hotel. Guests will experience a 2-night cruise-style itinerary where you'll become the hero of your own adventure, and you'll be surrounded by 24/7 Star Wars storytelling. Now, guests will begin their Star Wars experience when they enter the Galactic Star Cruiser terminal. And whether you show up in a personal vehicle, Disney transportation, or by land speeder, curbside check-in will prepare you to leave Earth and give you the opportunity to jump to lightspeed. From the Star Cruiser terminal, you'll enter an exclusive launch pod which will take you to the ship known as the Halcyon, and it will truly feel like you are going to space. Now, during the stay, guests will have ports of call adventures to Black Spire Outpost included in their itinerary, where a special passenger transport will take you to the planet of Batuu. Now, that's all we know so far about the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, but as we get closer to that 2021 date, I can guarantee that we will have more information for you. Are you a fan of DuckTales? Now, whether you're a fan of the old version, like I am, or the newer version, which is also great, you are going to be able to go to Epcot and experience more DuckTales fun. So the Disney's DuckTales World Showcase Adventure is coming to Epcot, and guests will be able to join Scrooge McDuck, Donald, Launchpad, Webby, Huey, Dewey, and Louie in search of priceless treasure. Now, to do so, guests will travel around World Showcase and use the Play Disney Parks app to discover exciting mysteries and maybe even a few thieves, villains, and supernatural guardians of ancient artifacts. Now, Disney's DuckTales World Showcase Adventure appears to be replacing Agent P's World Showcase Adventure, and there's no official word on when this will debut, so we'll make sure to share more details as they come. Now, if you are excited about restaurants, Walt Disney World has a plethora of options for you coming. We have a new first look, a concept art at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse Craft Drafts and Barbecue. Now, Regal Eagle is going to be located at the American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot and will, of course, specialize in barbecue and craft beers. Guests will smell the barbecue coming from a large smoker, which will be located in the center of the outdoor bar and seating area. And for those looking to dine here, you'll be able to choose to sit inside or enjoy the outside redesigned patio. The menu has been released, and make sure to check out the Mouse for Less for the menu offerings, and the Regal Eagle Smokehouse is slated to open sometime this winter. We also got a new look at how guests will be transported to the Space 2020 restaurant, another place where you're going to be transported. This new restaurant is going to be found in Epcot near Mission Space, and the experience is definitely going to be out of this world. And that's because guests will start their meal by entering a special spaced elevator, which will take them 220 miles up above the Earth's surface. Now, guests will really feel as if they are traveling straight up into the space to dock next to the Centauri space station, which is suspended just beyond the orbit of Mission Space. Upon arrival of the new space station, you will be guided to your seats past the Grow Zone, which will be a spinning wall of produce that mimics Earth's gravity and represents some of the fresh ingredients that you'll be able to enjoy. As you dine, viewports will give you real-time perspective as you travel high above the planet throughout your meal. No official date has been announced. However, Space 220 is expected to open sometime this winter. I'm hearing February, so just keep that in mind. We also got a look at the new concept art for the Roundup Rodeo BBQ for Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Make sure you check out the Mouse for Less for all the concept art of the new stuff that I've just talked about. Now, those who went to this restaurant will be immersed in their favorite Toy Story story with all their favorite Toy Story pals in a Western atmosphere. And the story behind the restaurant is that Andy has used cardboard boxes, cut and taped them together to create a brand new rodeo arena using some of his favorite toys, games, and play sets. Now, stay tuned to the Mouse for Less as we have more details about this brand new restaurant. Last but not least, we have details about the 3 new films that are coming to Epcot, and these 3 films are all going to debut on January 17th. Now, Awesome Planet is going to be found in the Land Pavilion, and it will be in the former location of the Circle of Life, an environmental fable film. This new experience is slated to showcase the beauty of Earth in a 10-minute film that will feature spectacular imagery, in-theater effects, and an original musical score from Academy Award-winning composer Stephen Price. Moving to the Beauty and the Beast sing-along, that's going to be found in the France Pavilion and is directed and produced by Don Hahn, who is the producer of both the animated and live-action films. Now, during this new experience, guests are invited to participate in a twist on the story. I'm hearing LeFou is involved, which features narration from Angela Lansbury. Now, those who don't know, Angela Lansbury played Mrs. Potts in the original animated version of the film. The new film will run in rotation with Impressions de France, which has received a 4K projection upgrade as well. Finally, in the Canada Pavilion, there will be Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision 3D. Now, this is an update to the previous O Canada film. There are going to be new scenes, a new musical score by Canadian composer Andrew Lockington, and new narration by award-winning actors Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy. They are very well-known comedic actors from Canada, so I'm very excited to see where they take the new Canada Far and Wide film. I am sure it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to do it for all the news that I have for you today. Oh, wait, I take that back. I have one more news story, and that's the news story that I had originally for you guys for today's Mouse Bites, and that is that Toys for Tots, this is really important actually. Toys for Tots, there is going to be a toy drive at the Disneyland Resort. Guests who visit the Disneyland Downtown Disney District may drop off a new unwrapped toy for those in need this weekend. That's December 7th and 8th from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. near the Downtown Disney District live stage. For those who'd like to purchase their donations at the resort, they can do so in a convenient way in a pop-up shop located between Disney's Pin Traders and the Downtown Disney District monorail station. Now, Toys for Tots goes way, way back, and I'm talking back to the days of Walt. Walt actually helped to personally supervise the creation of the Toys for Tots logo that's actually still in use today, and Disney was also a founding sponsor of the program when it debuted back in 1947. All right, now, that's all the news I have for you today. Make sure you're following along with the Mouse for Less on all of our social sites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. Also, make sure you visit themouseforless.com for all the stories that I talked about. There's details, there's photos, there's lots of things that you may have missed, so make sure you go back and check out our news section for all the details. And otherwise, we're going to see you the next time on the Mouse Bites. Have a great day, everyone.